welcome to the Excellence Accounting Tutorials. In the morning video, we have talked about the keywords of the definition of accounting that needs to be addressed in the process of business accounting or financial accounting. We talked of data collection. We have talked about data collection, financial data collection, and we talked of recording. So in the afternoon, we are going to discuss the collection of data and data recording in relation to financial accounting. In our definition there, we have discussed that these keywords need to be addressed in the process of financial accounting. So that being the case, data collection and data recording, classification should also be done. Or I left another word here, which is classification. Classifying should also be addressed. Data collection, classifying, and recording. Now, this afternoon we are having here the collection of data from the source documents. We did not have source documents, but we have the data collection. This data is collected from the different source documents that the business had. Now, the recording of this data has to be done. Before we record this data, we first of all have to classify this data, which is referred to as business transactions. Acts that happened in the business but with financial value. The acts with financial value that happened in the business. So we need to classify them. This is the collection of all the data we may have. Before we record, we have to first of all classify this data into the books of original entry, which are going to be used to record this data. Now, let us go through the collection of data. Then we see how the classification will go about. Now we have on 1st August 2020, or in 2000, 1st August, started business with 12,000 cash. Then we have on the 3rd deposited 4,000 cash into the bank. Then on the 6th, we have goods bought on credit from Sire Filwe, also from Pimantla. Then we have on the 10th, paid rent by check, 500 Maluti. Then we also have cash on the 11th, cash sales, 1,500. On the 16th here, we have goods returned to Pimantla, 100 Maluti. On the 20th, credit sales to John, and then we have S. Mampo. We have on the 24th year received a commission 300 by check. Then on the 28th, we paid insurance by check. Then on the 29th, we have goods taken for own use, that is 400 Maluti. Then on the 30th, we have cash received from S. Mampo 700 Maluti. Now we need to classify this data into the books of original entry. Remember, the books of original entry are the books in which the first the information is first recorded before we can post to the ledger. So that being the case, the first transaction will have to be recorded in the cash book, which is one of the books of original entry that we have 7 of them. But this one will have to be recorded in the cash book. And then this one will also be recorded in the cash book. Why in the cash book? Because the cash transactions are recorded in the cash book. That is the classification that we give. The cash transactions are recorded in the cash book. All the money received by the business in form of cash, in form of check, in form of electronic transfers, we need to record in the cash book. Then from there, we have this transaction on the 6th that will be recorded in the purchases book or in the purchases journal. Why purchases journal? Because here the transactions are on credit. Goods were bought on credit. So when we buy goods on credit, we have to record in the purchases journal. Then from there, we have this one that says paid rent by cash. The payment is made here and it was made in form of cash. like the above transactions, we have agreed that this one will have to be recorded in the cash book. That's the classification that we are doing. The cash sales also have to go to the cash book manuals received in sale of inventory. Then from there, goods returned to the supplier. Manta was a supplier. We have bought goods from Manta on the 6th. So this is to say we have to record in the purchases returns journal or returns outwards journal. Then on the 20th, you have credit sales to John to S. Mampo. These ones are classified and recorded in the sales table. Why in the sales table? These goods are sold on credit. So since they are sold on credit, they have to be recorded in the sales book. Then from there, on the 24th, we classify this one as a cash book transaction. Why? Because commission was received in by check. Then this means a check was received from elsewhere in form of commission. So we have to record that one in the cash book because it's a cash transaction. Paid insurance, also a cash book transaction, was taken for own use, a general transaction. This is another book of original entry that we are going to have. General transaction. Why? The business goods are taken for own use by the proprietor. So whenever the proprietor brings something into the business, we classify that as capital. But when he takes something from the business, we classify it as drawings. So the drawings are recorded in the general journal. Then again, here we have received cash from S-Mampo. So this means this one will be recorded in the cash book. So this is in as far as classification and data collection is made. Now we are going to jump on to the recording part of the accounting definition. We are going to go to the recording part of the accounting definition. So while we are going for the recording, let me just remove this sample that we have here. Then we see how recording has to go about. Now, since we have collected data and classified data according to the books of original entry, which are the first books that are going to carry our information from the source documents, we can now wait for the next tutorial that will be on data recording.